What's up, everyone? It's your friendly neighborhood music man, me. So, I thought I would inform you guys a little thing I'm going to be adding to my channel. I am going to be reviewing every album by a lot of bands that I like. Starting with the Beatles, obviously, because these guys are my favorite band. And excuse me if I get a little bit too talkative while reviewing their albums, but they're my favorite band. I hope you guys will understand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to review every single album from start to finish, and then I'm going to rank every album from worst to best. And then eventually I will reveal to you guys my top 20 favorite songs from each of my favorite bands. So today we're starting with the 1963 Beatles debut album, Please Please Me, as I get my vinyl copy of it there in the shot. Alright, where to begin with this album? It's definitely a good, strong album, at least for a debut. I mean, it's the Beatles. I mean, the vast majority of the stuff that they put out was genuinely amazing. And Please Please Me definitely was a great way to start a musical career. I mean, before this album debuted in 1963, back in 1962 they released their debut single, Love Me Do, which is featured on this album, but there's the single version is slightly different from the album version. Just listen to both versions and you'll know what I'm talking about. The record kicks things off with the song I Saw Her Standing There, a huge, huge hit for the Beatles. It was definitely a very early Lennon-McCartney song, and definitely one of the most popular Beatles songs out there, and one of the best, I think, personally, because the guitar work in it is amazing, and the lyrics definitely on point for, teenage fantasy, stuff like that. And we also have songs like the title track, Please Please Me, which is definitely one of the... I get that it was like a popular Beatles song, but to me, it seems very underrated, at least amongst most new Beatles fans these days, because I really like it. I think it's a very smooth rock and roll kind of track. And then we have the most popular song on the record, which is the last one, Twist and Shout, originally performed by the Isley Brothers, of course. But I think we can all agree that the Beatles made it their song. I mean, theirs is just the best version out there. And then we have massively underrated masterpieces on this record. Tracks like Misery, Chains, And I Go to Him, let's see, Boys, of course. That was a cover. It's not really their song, but it's still great. And then we have P.S. I Love You, and Maybe It's You, Do You Want to Know a Secret? There are so many underrated songs on this album. The one I would classify as the most underrated, in my opinion, I don't know, I think I would have to pick I think it would either be Misery or There's a Place, because both are really, really great tracks. So, yeah, that's my overall view on Please Please Me. I mean, it's a great album. It's a great debut. It's a great way to start a career, like I said. My overall rating, I am going to give this album a strong 9.5 out of 10. And the reason it doesn't make it all the way to 10 is because there is a song on here which I think is good, but it's not really one that I would come back to too often. The song Ask Me Why. I don't know, I just found that one the least enjoyable out of all of them. But yeah, that's my overall views on the Beatles' debut, Please Please Me. It's their very first record. And be sure to look forward to more reviews in the future. And I hope you guys are excited to see my ranking of every album from worst to best, and eventually my top 20 Beatles songs. And don't worry, there's going to be way more after that by lots of my other favorite bands. For example, say Queen, Green Day, Linkin Park, Oasis, Metallica. I mean, there's a lot of good bands out there. So, yeah. Well, that's my review on the Beatles' debut album, Please Please Me, and I'll see you on the next one.